Hi, my loves, and welcome to the first episode of Lessons I've Learned. I am at the ripe age of 23, and I feel like in the past 6 months, I have learned more about myself, I feel like, than in the past 4 years, which is kind of crazy. And I feel like as humans, a big part of why we're here, I think, is to share our stories, to be able to learn from each other. So that's really just what this is. I am just gonna share you some knowledge on what I've been learning in my life. Some good, some bad, some indifferent, I guess, but just lessons in the hopes that you too can learn from what my life and just what I've been experiencing. So today's episode is called "Your Energy is Currency. Spend it wisely." I'm sure most of us know it takes energy to do a plethora of things, from doing schoolwork to going to work to hanging out with friends to even journaling. It requires some form of energy. And one of the first things I learned was that my energy source is not infinite, unfortunately. I, this summer, was spending a lot of time just hanging out with people for the sake of hanging out with them because it was summer and I felt like it was something I should be doing, going out, having fun. And then realized that by giving my energy to other people, to other things, to places that weren't really benefiting me at all, it then caused me to not have enough energy for the things that I really wanted to do, the things that would really, I think, propel my life in the directions that I was hoping to have it propelled. And I really do feel like a lot of my energy and my time was wasted. It's fine. Not a whole huge amount, but I do feel like there were several instances where, let's say, for example, I'm hanging out with some of my wonderful friends, having a great conversation, and I had made plans to hang out with somebody else that I didn't know that well because I felt like I should be hanging out with them. And I would leave that hangout with my friends where I felt fulfilled, where I felt like all of my needs were being met, where I felt purposeful, like I was actually able to really connect with some humans. I would leave that hangout and then go to another one because I felt like it was something I should have been doing, and then left that specific hangout feeling depleted, feeling like I had just spent all of this energy currency on something that didn't really give me much back. And this is no, like, hate to other people or saying that, like, some people are a waste of time. That's not what this is at all. But of course, we align with different types of people, and I'm blessed enough to have several people in my life that I really align with. And I feel like in the summer, in the past few months, I had just not been giving them and the amount of energy I think I could have, just enough energy in general. Yeah. This also goes into content. Oh my goodness, I have drastically changed. So, I used to be someone that was like true ride or die true crime fan. Whoa, true crime fan. I was obsessed. Documentaries, podcasts specifically, any like morning commute, night, evening commute, wherever I was going. Sometimes just chilling in the house, cleaning. I would be listening to true crime, and nothing wrong with that. Consume the content you want to consume, I guess. But lately, I have been consuming a lot more content that had to do with mindset, positivity, wellness, just doing better, being a better person in general. And it has transformed my brain. Even the content I'm consuming online, from like scrolling online on social media to like going on Pinterest, I've noticed a drastic shift in how much energy I have left over just by the types of content I've consumed. So when I was consuming an influx of true crime content or like scrolling endlessly on Twitter, a little addicting, or even on Instagram just to kind of see what's going on with people, I found that I would either get addicted to just be like mindlessly scrolling, or I would not do it. Like I would leave scrolling, I would stop scrolling, and after that feel unmotivated, feel either angry from like things I was seeing online, just like not, it just wasn't putting me in a good headspace. Whereas now I have created a separate Instagram account where I only have positive content on there that I'm able to consume. The YouTube videos I watch are all about like leveling up, growing up, just being a better you and wellness. The podcasts as well that I listen to have a lot to do with bettering yourself, just tuning into yourself, learning about who you are, positive mindset. And now, one, I'm definitely not as addicted as I was before to social media and just consuming in general. And two, I look at my content and I feel excited and motivated to actually do things in my own life. For example, when I'm on Pinterest, my Pinterest board is so beautifully curated to the things that I aspire to have. So whether that's a certain type of career or a certain level of certain goal for my fitness journey or eating habits or lifestyle habits or whatever it might be, looking at those Pinterest pictures and the boards motivates me to like, okay, you know what? It's great to see this on my phone, but let's get up and actually take action so we can achieve these things. Energy is so important. So important. Do you see what I mean? Where like now that I have become more selective about where I put my energy, I have a lot more energy to spend on myself. Whether that is through reading when I'm alone, to work on projects that I have always wanted to work on, to, I don't know, starting this YouTube channel, whatever it might be, or going to the gym, going on a walk, just journaling, doing shadow work. I have a lot more energy and time to spend on myself. I kind of already touched into this, but the second thing is not to spend your energy on things that don't serve you. OMG, who was doing this for years? I think time is so important. And we, you know, not to be morbid, no, not to be morbid or anything, but we don't know how long we're going to be here on Earth, right? And for the time that we do have here, beautiful, precious time, I don't think it's beneficial for any of us to be spending it gossiping, talking about people, talking about celebrities and who they're dating, whatever it might be, things that really don't add value to your life. That's another thing I'm cutting out. Like, I don't want to hear about gossip. I don't care to talk about other people. I'd rather spend my time yapping about goals or like, I don't know, mindsets, anything really in general that I think allows us to connect to people and open up our souls. There were several times where I would have conversations with people and almost like out of fear of wanting to like ruffle people's feathers or just like upset people in general, I would engage in conversations that were not doing anything for me at all. In fact, I left those hangouts feeling terrible, feeling unmotivated, feeling angry at myself for even allowing that to happen. And then I just overall my mood wasn't good. You know what I mean? And I do think we should be taking responsibility for our mood and how we move throughout the day. And just in order to make sure that my mood and my levels stay at a certain level, I think just so I can function properly, I have to make sure I'm engaging in conversations that are serving me and that are not depleting my energy or making me feel bad, you know? I also like it. Would I want people to talk about me, you know what I mean, and say terrible gossipy things? No, I wouldn't. So why would I do that to other people? Now, one of the final things that I have learned was that your life can transform if you let it. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Once you start pouring your energy into things that do serve you, that are benefiting you, you will see how much time you have freed up. To give you guys just like hard examples of what I've been doing to like change my schedule and just where I've been putting my energy. One, I go to the gym almost every day. I want to say 5-6 times a week, regardless of how I'm feeling. I sign up for the class and you do get charged. Where I go, you do get charged if you cancel at the last minute, which helps with the motivation. But I show up. And now instead of, let's say, having my mornings free to just like yap and really not do anything that's benefiting me, I make sure that I'm in the gym. I also have noticed just like how much I've changed just by the people who I hang out with and the content I consume. I mentioned this a little earlier, but I don't feel as anxious anymore because I'm not really concerned with what people have going on. I'm not concerned about people's lives. And as a result of that, I'm not concerned about what they might think of me or how I show up on social media. I think scrolling mindlessly about like looking into people's lives, I don't really see how it's doing much for anybody. And this is not to say that I'm like, oh, I ended all my social media and I don't go on there and check in on to see what people are doing anymore. That's not it. But if I do that, I'm conscious of it and I'm not just sitting on my bed scrolling for an hour or two doing nothing. It's also the reason why I like barely have TikTok. I have the app, but I just don't even go on it. I don't even know what my For You page is. I have 100 notifications on there because I'm never on there, because I know that I sometimes have a tendency to just go onto things and start scrolling, and I don't want to create another space where I'm prone to do that. Okay, that's pretty much all I had for today, for today's first video. Your energy is so important. Spend it wisely. Spend it like it's currency. If you had $100 and you could spend 30 of those dollars gossiping and talking about people, and or you know what, forget it. Let's say you had $100, right? And you spend 30 of it on a meal, that's gonna make you feel like crap. You know, you spend it on some junk food that doesn't really do anything for you. You actually feel worse after eating it and you're hungry within an hour. What was the point? Or you could have spent, I don't know, those $30 on something else that was more fulfilling, that helped you in other areas of your life, that gave you energy, that nourished you, that motivated you. Think of it that way. Our energy is limited, and I don't know about you guys, but I do have very big goals in life, and in order to achieve those goals, I have realized the importance of just putting my energy where it really matters, spending my time where it really matters, even if that's just with myself. Anyways, I love you, babes. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.